Hi, this is Justin Williams with Razi. We have a lead generation tool we call Hot Leads and a CRM designed and built specifically for title companies. I've created multiple courses to help you as you navigate our CRM, help you learn the features and functionalities. You can, of course, reach out to us at support@razititle.com at any time with questions or help setting up your CRM, or if you just have ideas you want to bounce off. Again, that's support@razititle.com. In this course, we'll cover how to build a simple workflow in the CRM and what some of the features and functionalities are, as well as how to save and test it before enabling it in the CRM. The, the example we'll walk through is for an office with multiple salespeople, where each sales rep handles a specific region. We will show you how to add a workflow to send new leads that come in each day based on the branch of the office for that specific opportunity. We will also show you how to create a task automatically, how to send an email from the system to your sales team, notifying them via email that they have a new lead. For example, from your team, Mike handles Franklin County and Zach handles sales in Washington County. And therefore, you want to automatically separate those leads so that every day, Mike and Zach log into the CRM and they can see their own regions and work on their specific leads. Now, let's dive into the CRM. So when you log in, you'll be brought to your dashboard that alerts you for tasks that are due today, and so that you can see how you're doing performance-wise. In order to create workflows and to access this workflow that I'm publishing to your account, you'll select our automation tab. You'll want to then create a workflow from scratch. First, we're going to name this workflow. Assign hot leads to Razi. And if you have trouble getting started, you can always use AI to start building your workflow. But I know exactly what I want to do here. I want to assign these hot leads to Mike and Zach based on their branch office location. So the first step in creating an automation is telling the system what is going to trigger this workflow. And for us, we want to trigger based on when an opportunity or a lead is created in the hot leads pipeline. So we'll select the opportunity created trigger. And these filters tell you exactly where to look, or the system exactly where to look. So we're looking for when an opportunity is created in the hot leads pipeline. We'll then save the trigger, and now we want to tell the system what to do after the system finds that opportunity. So the first thing you always want to do when creating a workflow is to wait. And this is because it's a database and you need to give it time to process all the information. So we're going to give it a nominal value of 2 minutes. Once the system waits 2 minutes, we need to tell it what to do next. So in this scenario, and this is important, the system needs to find the opportunity that triggered this workflow. And it's always going to be the most recently created opportunity. So you want to save that action. And now it's going to bifurcate into two workflows. One is if that opportunity is found, and the other is if the opportunity is not found. In our scenario here, we're just going to leave this blank. So nothing's going to happen if no lead is found that was created in the hot leads pipeline. If an opportunity is found, our next step is what we call an if, else. And this is essentially a condition. And our condition is Mike handles sales for Franklin County. So we're going to create a branch for Mike. And this is where you select where the system is going to look for that piece of data, which is in the opportunities section. And specifically, it's the branch. And we want to know when the branch is Franklin County, or if the branch for Zach is, and again, we go to the opportunities data set, branch is Washington County. So we've got our conditions set. And now it's going to branch again, and we want to tell the system what to do once it's identified a lead that's in Franklin County. Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to move that lead or that opportunity, is what it's called in the system, to Mike's pipeline so that he can start working it. And for this, we need to update the opportunity. So now the main thing we're trying to do is to move this to Mike's pipeline. So we update the fields. Now what's important here is that if you just move this opportunity over to Mike's pipeline, it's not going to have a name. So we need to drag the name of the original opportunity in the hot leads pipeline to this opportunity card. So we're going to use a custom value and make this dynamic so that every time a lead is dragged over, its opportunity name matches the name of the original lead in the hot lead. And we need to do this for every value in the opportunity. And I'm just going to create the required fields to do that to save time. So the pipeline stage, the status, it's an open lead. And then the last thing that we need for this workflow in particular is the branch name. And this is also going to be dynamic. So you come into the opportunity data set, it's a custom field called branch. And now we're going to save this action. So a lead was created in the hot leads pipeline. We waited. The system found the opportunity that triggered the workflow. If the opportunity or the lead is for the branch office of Franklin County, it's going to move the lead or the opportunity to Mike's pipeline. Now we want to assign ownership of this lead to Mike. So we add an owner, Mike. We wanted to add a task, so we search for task, add a task. Now we can put whatever we want in here, but we're going to be specific. So we want Mike to call, and we're going to use dynamic fields again, the contact name at contact company. So call this person at this company, and we're just going to put the person's phone number, the contact's phone number, in the field here. And we're going to assign it to Mike. And because hot leads are most useful when you reach out the same day, we're going to assign it to be done today. The second thing that we wanted to do was we wanted to send an email notification to Mike letting him know, hey, you've got leads. So we're going to send an internal notification to Mike, and it's going to be an email. It's going to come from, we're going to use the user. We want to send it from Mike personally. We're going to send it from Mike and his personal email address, and we're going to send it to the assigned user. Now we could make this say anything, but we're just going to say test and test. We could do the same thing of call, contact name at contact company, use some custom values to include their phone number, but for sakes of time, we're just going to save this step. So now a lead was created in the hot leads pipeline. We waited for the system to update. The system found the opportunity that triggered this workflow. It found that the branch office location for this lead is Franklin County. We moved it to Mike's pipeline because he manages that branch. We assigned him the ownership of the opportunity. We added a task in the system for Mike to make the call, and we let him know that he's got leads via an email. Now, we want to do the exact same thing for Zach, only we want it to trigger when the lead is for his branch in Washington County. So we can come here and say, copy all actions from here and paste them below. Now all we need to do is update that this is going into Zach's pipeline, save action. We're going to assign this to Zach instead of Mike. Then we're going to assign the task to Zach. Action. And this will dynamically update. So this is going to come from the assigned user, which is Zach, dynamically. So we don't need to make any changes here. Now we want to save the workflow and publish and save. Now, immediately after you create or update a new workflow, you want to immediately test it. So the way we do that is we're going to trigger the workflow by adding an opportunity. And we'll just say 123 East Main Street. It's going to be created in hot leads. We don't need to fill out any other information. And when these hot leads are automatically generated each morning, these fields will all populate. But this workflow is based on the branch name. So we're just going to fill out the required information. So Franklin County is the branch. So now we've created this opportunity. Should show up. All right, now we are going to go back to our workflow under the automation tab. And we're going to check if this workflow works by going to the execution logs. And now we see this, this opportunity is at the status of the waiting. So it's waiting those 2 minutes, but we don't have time. We want to, we actually come to enrollment history. So we want to move and force this to the next stage of the workflow. And we're going to force it to the next stage again. And again, it's sending the internal notification and it's finished. So now we're going to watch how this lead worked through this workflow. It got triggered, it waited, it found the opportunity, it found that it met the condition of the Franklin County branch, and it did all of these things that we asked it to do. So let's go see if it actually worked. We'll get out of the workflows. We'll go back to the opportunities. So it was moved out of the hot leads pipeline. It should have moved to Mike's pipeline, which it did. We're going to see that it created a task. And our workflow is complete. So we'll continue to add title-focused automations to your workflow. When we do so, we'll always shoot a video that explains what happened, show you how to customize those your office distributes leads based on county or city instead of the branch office name. It's easy to update those fields. Please reach out, support@razititle.com if you have any questions on how to customize this workflow for your operation, or if you just have ideas on other automations you want to enable, please reach out. Again, support@razititle.com. Thank you.